Your discipline is the door to your destiny. There is a moment in every life where the soul stands at a crossroads, the world behind you, the unknown ahead. And in that moment, something ancient stirs inside you, a whisper older than time itself. You were not made for mediocrity. Look around. Most people live as if their dreams were fragile, like glass ornaments, too delicate to grasp with both hands. They tiptoe through life, hoping not to break anything, including their spirit. They talk of what they could do, would do, might do, someday. But days bleed into years and someday turns to never. Why? It's not because they lack talent. It's not because they lack opportunity. It's because they lack discipline. The steel in the spine, the fire behind the eyes, the relentless will to do what must be done long after the mood has left them. Discipline is the unseen architect of destiny. It is the invisible bridge that connects where you are to where you know you were meant to be. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb because he had better ideas than others. He succeeded because when darkness surrounded him, 1,000 failures deep, he stayed in the arena. He chose discipline when the world offered him every excuse to quit, and because of that, he turned night into day. When you hear the word discipline, don't imagine chains and burdens. Imagine wings, because discipline doesn't confine you. It frees you. It lifts you above the fog of fear, above the crowds who never started, above the noise of excuses and blame. Every empire ever built, every symphony ever composed, every impossible dream ever realized was forged in the fires of discipline. And now, it is your turn. You must first understand this. Your mind is the battleground. The wars you fight in the world are nothing compared to the wars you wage within yourself. If you want greatness, if you want to stand among the few who truly lived rather than merely existed, you must master your own mind. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." That isn't a cute saying. It's a law just as real as gravity. Your mind will create the walls that trap you or the doors that free you. The world will throw doubts at you. Your friends may not believe in you. Your family may misunderstand you. But the deadliest enemy you will ever face is the voice inside that whispers, "You are not enough." Understand, that voice is not the voice of truth. It is the voice of fear, and fear is a liar. Discipline is choosing to stand tall anyway. It is looking fear in the eye and saying, "You will not have me, not today, not ever." Discipline is belief in action. Belief that you were made for something more. Belief that your dreams are not random. They are assignments. They are sacred duties that only you can fulfill. And belief alone is not enough. Belief without discipline is like lightning without a storm. It flashes for a moment and vanishes into darkness. You must anchor belief with clarity. You must see in vivid detail the life you are building. You must taste it, touch it, hear it in the silence of your mind until it is more real than the chaos around you. Walt Disney stood on a patch of empty, barren land in Anaheim, California, and saw castles and dreams where others saw only dirt. He saw it because he had trained his mind to see not what was, but what could be. You too must become a visionary, but vision without discipline is a fantasy. Vision with discipline is revolution. Purpose fuels discipline. Without purpose, discipline is drudgery. With purpose, discipline is devotion. Ask yourself, why? Why must you rise early? Why must you grind when no one is watching? Why must you endure the loneliness of walking a path few understand? Your why must be a fire so fierce that no storm can snuff it out. Abraham Lincoln's purpose was not to win popularity. It was to preserve a nation, to heal its fractures with the blood of his own sacrifice if necessary. That purpose gave him the discipline to lead through years of bitter civil war, battered by losses and betrayals, yet never yielding. When your purpose is mighty, discipline becomes your companion, not your captor. And understand this, discipline is not about intensity alone. It is about consistency. One day of effort is easy. 1 year of devotion is rare. Discipline is the act of planting seeds day after day, even when the soil shows no sign of bloom. It is trusting the process when the harvest is still unseen. Bamboo trees spend years growing their roots underground before a single shoot pierces the surface. When they finally break through, they grow feet in a matter of days. So too with your dreams. Invisible work precedes visible results. The nights you study when others sleep, the mornings you train when others rest, the sacrifices you make when others indulge, they are not wasted. They are the roots that will one day launch you into greatness. Hold the vision, trust the process, honor the discipline. Because discipline is not punishment, it is preparation. The world will test you. It will hand you obstacles dressed as impossibilities. It will whisper that it's too late, that you're too old, too young, too inexperienced, too broken. Discipline is the hand that silences those lies. Discipline says, I will not be defined by circumstances, and I will define them. Adaptability is the twin brother of discipline, because life will not always unfold according to your plans. The road will twist, the winds will change, and storms will rise. The disciplined mind adapts, not by abandoning the mission, but by finding new paths to the summit. When Carnegie faced financial ruin, he didn't surrender. He innovated. He saw obstacles as invitations to grow stronger, smarter, sharper. You must do the same. You must hold your vision with unwavering faith, but hold your methods with open hands. Adapt, adjust, advance. You are not a tree. You are a force of nature. You are not designed to stand still. You were built to rise. You were built to endure. You were built for the storm. Resilience is the armor of the disciplined. It is the quiet, stubborn refusal to bow. It is the grit in your bloodline, the defiant heartbeat that says, no matter how many times I fall, I will stand again. Every legend you admire, every name etched into the stone of history, was forged by failure. Lincoln lost more elections than he won before he became the president who saved a nation. Edison failed thousands of times before he lit the world. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. Walt Disney was fired for lacking imagination. Failure is not your enemy, it is your apprenticeship. The disciplined understand this. Each setback is not a signal to retreat, but a summons to rise sharper, stronger, more relentless. When you face defeat, and you will, remember you are not buried, you are planted, and planted seeds do not weep, they break ground. Your destiny is not built in the sunlight alone. It is built in the darkness, in the wait, in the unseen hours when quitting would be easier, but perseverance is chosen instead. So when the storms come, and they will, do not pray for easier battles. Pray for stronger shoulders, because you are not here to be spared. You are here to be shaped. The hammer does not hate the sword it strikes. It loves it enough to forge it. And all along this road, remember, action is the final proof of belief. Thoughts without action are shadows. They have no substance. Dreams without discipline are ghosts. They have no power. You must act, not tomorrow. Not when conditions are perfect. Now, when you feel ready, act. When you feel afraid, act. When you feel tired, act. The great secret is this: motion creates momentum. Momentum shatters inertia, and inertia is the silent killer of dreams. The river cuts through mountains not by brute strength, but by relentless flow. Be the river. Small daily actions, compounded over time, become unstoppable forces. A single brick laid each day becomes a fortress. A single step taken each day becomes 1,000 miles crossed. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not scorn modest starts. Every oak was once a stubborn little acorn that refused to give up. Build your habits as if your future depends on them, because it does. Guard your routines like sacred rituals. Structure your days like an artist shaping a masterpiece. Because your life is a masterpiece in motion, and every brushstroke matters. And as you rise, as you grind, as you push against the gravity of complacency, remember one more thing. Gratitude is your fuel. Gratitude is not weakness. It is strength refined. It is easy to be grateful when the victories are flowing, when the world sings your praises. But the true warriors, the disciplined few, give thanks even in the silence, especially in the silence. When the breakthrough is nowhere in sight, when the applause is absent, when the nights are long and the morning's cold, the disciplined soul still whispers, "Thank you. Thank you for the challenge that is making me stronger. Thank you for the rejection that is sharpening my resolve. Thank you for the discipline that is setting me free." Gratitude turns burden into blessing. It turns toil into triumph. It transforms the ordinary grind into an extraordinary privilege. You are not forced to climb this mountain. You are chosen to climb it, and the summit will be all the sweeter because you earned every step. Still, never stop learning. Never believe you have arrived. For the moment you think you know it all is the moment you begin to fall.